Hello everybody, this is Pastor Green. We're doing another Bible study, 1 Samuel chapter 23. If you'd like me to come speak at your church, or if you have any questions, you can comment below or you can send me an email. 1 Samuel 23, verse 1. Then they told David, saying, Behold, the Philistine fight against Keilah, and they robbed the threshing floor. Therefore David inquired of the Lord, saying, Shall I go and smite these Philistines? And the Lord said unto David, Go and smite the Philistines and save Keilah. And you can see here on the map where Keilah is. And David's men said unto him, Behold, we are afraid here in Judah. How much more that we come to Keilah against the armies of the Philistines? Then David inquired of the Lord yet again, and the Lord answered him and said, Arise, go down to Keilah, for I will deliver the Philistines into thy hands. So David and his men went to Keilah, and they fought against the Philistines, and brought away their cattle, and smote them with a great slaughter. So David saved the inhabitants of Keilah. And it came to pass, when Abiathar, the son of the Ahimelech, fled to David in Keilah, that he came down with an ephod in his hand. Now, in case you're wondering what an ephod is, it's a linen apron worn by ancient Hebrewites, especially a vestment of the high priest. You can see in the picture right there what an ephod looks like. And it was told Saul that David was come to Keilah. And Saul said, Go, God has delivered him into mine hands, for he is shut in, by entering into a town that has gates and bars. And Saul called the people together to war to go down to Keilah to besiege David and his men. As you know from previous chapters, Saul was trying to take out David. Nobody really knows why. He just is jealous of him, I guess. And he keeps trying to follow him. And he finally says, oh, he's in Keilah. He's in a place that he can't get out of because there's gates and bars. And David knew that Saul secretly practiced mischief against him. And he said to Abiathar the priest, Bring hither the ephod. Then said David, O Lord God of Israel, thy servant has certainly heard that Saul seeketh to come to Keilah to destroy the city for my sake. Will the men of Keilah deliver me up into his hands? Will Saul come down as the servant has heard? O Lord God of Israel, I beseech thee, tell thy servant. And the Lord said, he will come down. So David's kind of afraid now. He's like, I took out the Philistines in Keilah like he asked me to, and now Saul's coming down. Are these people going to protect me? Are they going to give me up? What's going to happen? And God's telling David that Saul's going to come down here for you. Then said David, Will the men of Keilah deliver me to the men out of the hands of Saul? And the Lord said, They will deliver thee up. Then David and his men, which were about 600, arose and departed out of Keilah, and went wheresoever they could go. So basically God said, the people are going to give you up, you better get out of town. And it was told Saul that David was escaped from Keilah, and he forbade to go forth. And David abode in the wilderness in strongholds, and remained in the mountains of the wilderness of Ziph. And Saul sought him every day, but God delivered him not into his hands. So Saul keeps following David, and David keeps getting out because God's protecting him. And David saw that Saul was come down to seek his life, and David was in the wilderness of Ziph in the woods. And Jonathan, Saul's son, arose and went to David in the woods, and strengthened his hand in God. If you remember, Jonathan was Saul's son, and Jonathan saw that his dad was being pretty wicked, and that David was the rightful king. So Jonathan became really close friends with David, and basically fought against Saul. Proverbs 17 says, A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. Proverbs 18 says, A man that has friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. Proverbs 27 says, Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. 1 Samuel 23:17. And he said unto him, Fear not, for the hands of Saul my father shall not find thee, and thou shalt be king over Israel, and I shall be next to thee, and that also Saul my father knoweth. The two made a covenant before the Lord, and David abode in the woods, and Jonathan went to his house. So Jonathan told David, Even my father knows that you're supposed to be the king. He's just jealous of you. Then came the Ziphites to Saul at Gibeath, saying, Does not David hide themselves with us in strongholds of the woods, or the hills of Hiklah, which is in the south of Jasmon? Now therefore, O king, come down according to all the desires of thy soul, to come down, and our part shall be delivered him to the king's hands. So you can see here the place that they were talking about. And Saul said, Blessed be he that Lord, that thou hast compassion on me. Go, I pray you, prepare ye, and know that the places where the haunt is, and that seat be there that is told me the deal very subtly. See therefore, and take knowledge of thy lurking places where they hide themselves, and come ye again to me with a certainty, and I will go with you, and it shall come to pass, if he be in the land, that I will search him out throughout all the thousands of Judah. And they arose and went to Ziph before Saul, but David and his men were in the wilderness of Moron, in the plain of the south of Jesmon. Saul also and his men went to seek him, and they told David wherefore, and they came down to a rock, and abode in the wilderness of Malcham. And when Saul heard that, he pursued after David in the wilderness of Bonon. And Saul went to the side of the mountain, and David and his men on that side of the mountain. And David made haste to get away for the fear of Saul, for Saul and his men could pass David and his men round about to take them. But there came a messenger unto Saul, saying, Haste thee, and cometh, for the Philistines are invading the land. Wherefore Saul returned from pursuing after David. He almost had David, and then the Philistines attacked, so he had to leave what he was doing to protect his people. And he went against the Philistines, therefore, and called that place Sakmalachach. And David went up from thence, and dwelt in strongholds of England. Well, guys, that's the video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, you can always comment below, or you can send me an email. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, click the bell, tell your friends about me, all that fun stuff. I'm going to put a couple links on the screen. The bottom right is going to be the 1 Samuel Bible study. The top left is going to be the Genesis Bible study. And the bottom left is going to be a video YouTube things you're going to like. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have yourself a great day.